And now for our next news special report.
Good evening, Gary Franchi here with a major update from Capitol Hill and a twist that nobody saw coming. Former President Donald Trump has been nominated for Speaker of the House. This after Kevin McCarthy's shocking exit from the role. Many had speculated that McCarthy might claw his way back to the top, but it seems that chapter is now closed. And now, all eyes are on Trump. Will he accept? What could this mean for Washington? You don't want to miss our deep dive into this explosive nomination. And most importantly, stay tuned until the end for our final thought on why this matters to every single American in our great republic. The political realm is no stranger to shockwaves, yet we have now witnessed something that might just redefine the term political earthquake. Congressman Troy Nehls has thrown a curveball nominating former President Donald Trump for the most influential position in the U.S. House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House. And not just that, he is gaining support. Many American First patriots support my nomination of Donald Trump as Speaker of the House. Personally spoke with Representative Luna, Stubbe, Jackson, Moore, and many others. Let's make America and the House great again. So this move has not just taken Washington by surprise, but also the entire nation. Previously, Kevin McCarthy held this esteemed position. He made history, though not the kind politicians aim for, by becoming the first ever Speaker to be ousted from the role. While many political pundits speculated on McCarthy's next move, the consensus was that he'd attempt to reclaim his post. However, all those predictions went out the window when Nehls stepped up to announce McCarthy had officially thrown in the towel. Instead, in a move that's rattling cages across the nation, Nehls put forward Trump as his nominee. Now, this might sound like a stretch to some, especially given the precedent of the role, but it's essential to understand that unlike other prominent congressional positions, the Speaker doesn't need to be an elected representative. This means Trump, even as an outsider to the current Congress, is a viable contender. And breaking straight from New York courthouse today, the lingering question that had all of America in suspense has now been addressed. The former President Donald Trump has officially confirmed that he's been approached about the prospect of becoming the House Speaker. When pressed about this decision, Trump said, "All I can say is I will do whatever is best for the country and for the Republican Party." So it sounds like a yes to me. The political landscape on Capitol Hill, already rife with speculation, now teems with renewed energy and anticipation. And for those eager to hear this straight from the source, let's take a moment to listen to Trump's own words on the matter. Watch.
A lot of people have been calling me about Speaker. All I can say is we'll do whatever is best for the country and for the Republican Party. Would you take the job? People. I just want to say we have some great people. Would you take the job? A lot of people have asked me about it. I'm focused. You know, we're leading. I don't know you. I'm sure you don't read too much in the papers, but we're leading by like 50 points for president. You know, my focus is totally on that. If I can help them during the process, I would do it. But we have some great people in the Republican Party that could do.
If I can help them, I would do it. Now, in the midst of this revelation from Trump, another notable Republican voice has entered the fray. Congressman Jim Jordan has also declared his intent to run for Speaker of the House. Jordan, a staunch ally of Trump, formally posted his letter announcing his bid. In his letter, Jordan emphasizes the achievements of the Republican majority, stating the American people have entrusted us to lead in the House of Representatives. Our majority has had success in the first 9 months of the 118th Congress. He acknowledges the divided times and calls for unity with the Republican conference. His closing remarks make his intent clear. We are at a critical crossroads in our nation's history. Now is the time for our Republican conference to come together. I respectfully ask for your support for Speaker of the House of Representatives. With these developments, it's evident that the race for the Speaker's position is gearing up to be a very intense battle. Now back to Trump. This is not the first time that Trump's name has been associated with the role. Last November, the House Freedom Caucus circulated a memorandum, you can see it here, among its members. The document was clear that it was time to consider alternatives to Kevin McCarthy, especially after the Republicans' much-anticipated red wave in the 2020 midterms that didn't materialize as expected. Two prominent figures from the caucus, Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene, vocally supported Trump for the Speaker position, as does Marjorie Taylor Greene now for Trump to take the Speaker position. And speaking of Gaetz, his disdain for McCarthy was crystal clear, referring to him as a feature of the swamp. Gaetz went on record vehemently expressing that the Republic would benefit from a more competent Speaker than McCarthy. And he further criticized McCarthy for not keeping his word and violating the January agreement about Washington's modus operandi. The moment was all caught on video and is something that you've got to see to believe. Watch.
To whose benefit? People have called you a narcissist. People say that is to your benefit alone. Is it to the benefit of you and to Donald Trump?
It's the benefit of this country that we have a better Speaker of the House than Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy couldn't keep his word. He made an agreement in January regarding the way Washington would work, and he violated that agreement. We are $33 trillion in debt. We are facing $2.2 trillion annual deficits. We face a de-dollarization globally that will crush Americans, working class Americans. Kevin McCarthy is a feature of the swamp. He has risen to power by collecting special interest money and redistributing that money in exchange for favors. We are breaking the fever now, and we should elect a speaker who's better.
Drain that swamp. Now, the tensions following McCarthy's ousting didn't end there. Gates, not one to mince words, displayed his frustration with the Republicans who desired to delay electing a new speaker. He argued passionately that the people's work shouldn't be put on the back burner. Watch.
I was very disappointed that Mr. McHenry said that we won't be engaging in the people's work until next week, until Tuesday of next week, and I think that's burning a lot of time.
Oh, just to make clear, so he said that the House is leaving town until next Tuesday, and then the Speaker's race is going to be then?
Yeah, it was very disappointing. I think we should stay, we should work. I think we should have a Speaker election this week. I think we could easily come together as a conference to do that, and so I just hate when we pause the clock. I hate when we stop our work and don't do the people's business.
Who are you going to get behind as a candidate?
I don't know who the candidates are.
Well, Donald Trump, right? Such sentiment resonates with many Americans. They voted for a representative expecting action, not procrastination, especially at such a pivotal moment in our republic's history. Making the political environment even more tumultuous, 8 Republicans joined hands with Democrats, leading to McCarthy's downfall as Speaker after 269 days. Those Republicans included Buck, Biggs, Burchett, Crane, Gates, Good, Mace, and Rosendale. Leading this charge, Gates explicitly stated his disinterest in the Speaker position and said he emphasized the importance of electing a Speaker who truly represented the people's voice, free from the corrupting influences of special interests. And before we continue further, let's take a moment to discuss a topic just as unpredictable as today's political drama, our financial future. The political upheavals we see today remind us of how crucial it is to secure our financial destiny. Similar to McCarthy's unexpected ousting, life can be unpredictable. So how do you ensure you're financially stable during these times? Just as we need leaders who can guide our nation through uncertainty when it comes to our personal finances, we need experts. Enter Noble Gold Investments. They're like the political strategists of the financial world. They understand how precious metals work and can guide you in diversifying your assets into gold and silver. As the political landscape becomes more unpredictable, so does our economic future. But with Noble Gold Investments, you're in safe hands. They've got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews. Why take your chances with your financial future when you can secure it with experts? Visit nextnewsgold.com or simply tap more below this video, or you can call the number on the screen. In navigating back to Capitol Hill chaos, one can't help but wonder about the implications of Trump possibly assuming the role of Speaker. For starters, there's nothing constitutionally stopping Trump from holding this position while running for president. And think about that for a second. The man who once occupied the Oval Office might be on the brink of having a direct influence on legislative matters and potentially making another bid for the presidency. Only in our great republic can such political dynamics unfold. And to some, the thought of Trump returning to a position of prominence is exciting. To others, it's alarming. Regardless of personal opinions, it's undeniable that Trump's potential acceptance of this role, as you heard him say he would do it, would shake the foundations of the political norms that we've grown accustomed to. Americans deserve a speaker who genuinely mirrors their voice and isn't simply another puppet of the overpowering special interests. The current D.C. norm has long been shackled by hidden agendas and agendas set in the shadows of Washington. A shift is required. Imagine the potential of having a former president presently battling an unparalleled wave of attacks and concurrently gunning for the 2024 presidency to suddenly take the reins, holding immense influence over the very swamp he has long criticized. This is the opportunity for a genuine disruption, a real chance to send shockwaves through the establishment. With Trump at the helm, wielding the speaker's gavel, it's not just about asserting authority, it's about enacting a form of political justice many Americans are yearning for. It's about taking on those who have been eroding the foundations of a republic. Now think of the sheer transformative potential that that moment holds. It's about time the swamp gets drained from within with determination and strategic prowess. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.